The creative process of making the cosmic egg was a challenge because the virtual reality camera films everything in a circle. So I made the choreography in such a way that we could take the whole production in one take. It was also important to get the right location because there's no backstage as such. So performers who were about to come into the shot, we hid them in the bushes and then they came out at the right times. Usually when you do a stage production, you're facing 180 degrees towards your audience, and that had I cancelled because there's things happening at the same time behind your back as they are happening in front of you. Also, the process of making the cosmic egg was greatly helped by the amazing crew, which is New Moon and Shmira Pashe from Johannesburg. Shmira Pashe crossed the border just before lockdown, and we managed to shoot, and I think it was 2 days after that the border closed. New Moon is a collective of amazing artists, musicians, singers, dancers. All the people in New Moon have dedicated their life to the arts, and a lot of the choreography was done by members of New Moon, as well as the songs. Some of them were traditional songs, but some of the songs also were original composition that we made. And I'm really grateful to have had the opportunity to work with such an amazing crew, and I'm grateful that they trust me and my crazy ideas. The medium 360 cinema did add some meaning to the cosmic egg. I mean, the traditional dance I was taking out of its normal context and turning it into a futuristic story. And I think the medium itself, virtual reality, because it is a new technology, actually added to the feel of framing traditional dance in a modern way. Costumes were a whole lot of fun to make. I wasn't deliberately looking to be Afrofuturistic. I'm aware that Afrofuturism is a visual style that comes out of the United States, and it started in the 1970s. Maybe our styles look alike, but that was not my intention. I was being true to myself, Moratiwa. The light costumes, I actually call them the star people, is an experiment I once did for another show. And then I started off with making one, and then I liked it so much, and I was like, no, this would be wonderful if I add maybe 10 dancers or 8 dancers for a very interesting look. The silver costumes we made, I actually made from the inner life of a wine box, and I like to use recycled materials as much as I can, but the main thing was to create contrast against the traditional dance attire, which was very important for me to be in the show. And yeah, contrast creates drama. The fusion of traditional Botswana art systems and new media is actually a language that I've been developing over a long time. Probably by now, for the past 10, almost 15 years, I've been developing this. My whole thing has always been dancing with technology, challenging norms, and I think it has a lot to do with that. I feel like I'm a child of the earth. I come from many places. I'm influenced through media by many cultures, and I've always felt that, I have this love for Botswana traditional dance, and I've always felt that I, I mean, this is just me, you know, the relic. I mean, there's so many traditional dance troupes. They're doing it the way it used to be done. And I don't want it to be like a relic that catches dust. I wanted to move into the future in new ways to create a unique language that is actually from Botswana. I am about telling African stories in an African context for Botswana. This is why the voiceover is in Setswana, as well as the traditional dance music is highlighted. However, the true message that I'm trying to bring across to Botswana, Africa, and the world is actually conservation. Nature is my first love, and in this day and age with capitalism, pollution, greed, our natural environment is sadly declining. And I really feel that within the wisdom of the indigenous people of the land, there's actually so much we can learn that will actually lead us to the healing of our planet. So conservation is really the message that I was trying to convey.